We'll start in about 3 minutes. Ben, good morning. What's up, brother? We'll fire it up. 7 a.m. On the dot, on the ball. Less than a minute. That gives me an opportunity to look at what our workout is going to be today. Routine 1. All right. Yeah, I believe that's where we're at. Squats. Yesterday we did routine 2. Okay, yeah. All right. So routine today is squats, Arnold, stiff-legged deadlifts, curls for 2 sets, animal flow with the reach and push-ups, animal flow with the deep knee bends, push-ups 3 sets of 14, and we roll out using the foam roller. And we are going to continue with the theme of 15-second rests. Why? Because it's badass. At some point, all of these little motions end up in more imagination, but I am trying to cut back in the back legs. All right. I gotta tighten up the speed that it takes to actually get set up. All of this takes like 10 minutes. Here we go. All right. Leo said squats is first. So squats first. And let's get ready. Dropping your butt and bringing your elbows all the way to your knees. 13, 12, 11, 10. Pull your stomach in. 8, 6, 4, 3. And we're going to do shrugs. 1 right now. So put them to the side. And we sneak the shrugs in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3. Good. 15 seconds of rest. It's going to go flying by. Protein. Eat a lot of it. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get it, I guess. It's better than let's stop. And pull your stomach in. There we go. 13. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Shrugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Belly fat is no good. You don't want it. It is bad for your brain. Everything else. Two, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. 3 more. 1, 2, 3, and one more of shrugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're on to Arnold's now. Very cool. Grab them, lift them up, palms in, bend your knees a little bit, harden your core. 1, 2, 3, 13. So when I say harden your core, I'm talking about your obliques, your abs, your lower back, and engaging it. Because when you're doing something like an overhead press or squats, you need that support. You don't want it, you need it. Because that's there to protect you. Harden your core. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, Come down. And also, when you're doing these, bend your knees a little bit. Yes, these little things of hardening your core and a slight bend in your knees will make the training noticeably more difficult. Here we go. Lift them up. Harden your core. Bend your knees. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. Amazing. Stiff-legged deadlifts. In this exercise, remember, it's hips that go back is what creates the bend in the waist. And pull your stomach in. 5 more seconds. I think we had a little bit of a longer rest from the transition. That's okay. Push the hips back. Push them forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 1. 15. There we go.
There's nothing on the calendar for the rest of the day.
You
There's
know,
nothing on the calendar for tomorrow.
Alexa, stop. I thought that I had set up my Echo to stop talking. Or clearly I did not. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3 more. 1 more, brother. 3. Nice. Oh, sweet. Here we go. Last set. 1. Pull the stomach in. 2, 3, 4, Push the hips back. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's it. I'm really trying to check in on my form to make sure that I'm getting my hips as far back as possible. That's what's going to create the elongation in the hamstrings. And give you strong supportive hamstrings and improve your butt. And ideally, you can see that my back curves a bit, and that's a problem. It's a physiological problem. But the idea is to help improve the alignment of your body. Curls, 2 sets. Cool. Walking around and sitting with really good posture is extremely good for you. All right, so start in hammer position, and then we're going to curl them in. Again, harden your abs, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Shouldn't just say harden your arms. We're hardening our core. Our core, it actually includes our hips. It's really everything here. You want to engage that. That's a major supportive section of your body. Doctors are important, but they're not as important as how you tend to yourself. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 more. 1, 2, 3. In other words, doctors they serve 2 purposes, right? Unfortunately, they usually act like firemen, fire people. We contact them when there's an emergency. So often that emergency has been created by us. Because it takes effort, perceived effort, to make sure that we're not setting ourselves on fire. There are things that happen out of our awareness and our ability to know what's going on. So in that regard, the annual checkup or even biannual is good because you need your blood work. Because you just can't tell. So anyway, enough of that. The point really is we need to take care of ourselves. And that is done with what we eat, which we use as a global term for what we consume, and the exercise that we give ourselves. All right, we're going to do an animal flow exercise. I want to catch, we'll just try to follow along. Here we go. We're going to do 2 sets of 4. Let me give a little bit more of a view. I wanted to include the handles and also my entire self. All right, cool. So we start here, and then we're going to crawl across the floor, grab the handles, do a push-up, and then we just follow along. It takes a little bit of learning, but that's good. I want to introduce more training that requires your mind to be involved. This provides mind-body connection, a sense of athleticism. Here we go. And you can see I bend my knee through. It's a flow. That's the 4th set, which is pretty amazing. We'll do 20-second rests between them because they're a little bit more demanding. You see me looking at my phone all the time. This is what I'm watching. 20 seconds. And by the whistle, I blow it. Go. Actually, if I had a whistle and I blew it, my neighbors, my wife, and my kids would all be like, "What is wrong with you?" Let's do 2 more of these. Let's try 1 more. Good. Next is Loaded Beast. Loaded Beast. It's a push-up with a bending of the knees. Super effective. And then we're going to do 20-second rests.
and we're already there. So, but we stay down in push-up position. So we get down in push-up position. And then pull your stomach in. And go. 1. Bend the knees, but don't touch the floor with them. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 8. Good. Only 8 reps right now. Good. All right. Second set of these. And it'll be the final set of these. Loaded Beast. It's the only one that I actually know the name of. Here we go. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And all of a sudden, those things are done. 20 seconds of rest. Get a little water if you want. I need it. It's actually green tea, green iced tea. All right, push-ups. We're at 14 reps. 14 reps. I think we're doing 20-second rest still for these, which is like a lifetime after you've been doing 15 seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, stomach in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. This is amazing. Training first thing of the day is absolutely amazing. Nothing in the world like it. It's 20 seconds. Here we go. Nothing at all in the world like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think a lot about people these days. Actually, I always think a lot about people. Here we go. 1, 14. Awesome. Let's bang on some abs. But what I've been thinking about with regard to people and negative people, first I started really breaking down and thinking about what does that mean? What is a negative person? What is a negative person? Some people might say, I can't define porn. Well, I'll know it when I see it. Well, that's kind of nonsense. Also, negative people are not negative to themselves, right? So I think it's helpful to define what we mean by negative people. All right, we're gonna do bicycles. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Negative people may not even be negative a lot of the time, but there's something about their behavior or something about them that creates a negative response in us. And so we lump them into a category of that's a negative person. Certainly not saying that's always the case, but our negative responses are driven by cues to people. All right, we're going to do lower abs. You can put your hands behind your head if you want. Point your toes, really extend the legs up. We're going to lift the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that is the end of all of our strength training for today. So I'm going to roll out using my foam roller. First, lower back. You can use your hands on the floor to help adjust the pressure of how much you are applying to, how much pressure you are applying to your lower back. And then you can move to one side to help work on the one side of your muscles. I count the reps. 6, 8, 9, 10. So that way I try to maintain some balance. 2, on both sides of the body. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to do middle thoracic, and you can adjust the pressure here if your roller is pretty wide. You can put your arms on the roller, and just simply resting them there will help to reduce the intensity. And there's a chiropractor who has a video on YouTube about this, and he says don't roll over your floating rib cage because you can injure yourself there. So it sounded smart. It sounded informed, I should say. So I don't. And your floating rib cage, I think it's the last 3 ribs in your rib cage that, or the ends are not connected. They don't wrap around fully. So they're more susceptible to breakage, and in worst case scenario, I believe they're associated with puncturing lungs. But as long as your bones are in good shape and flexible, I don't think you're going to puncture your lungs doing foam roller. Let's go up. Support your neck. Here I like to take my time a little more. Really work on opening up my back. Okay. Okay. And then I'll get into my hamstring some. Just hovering above and rolling back and forth. Good. Then flip it around. Get on top. And then we can do quadriceps. Just by rolling. This helps circulation. That's it. I can do it all day. It feels so good. All right. Well.
Have a great day.